Beautiful. Looks like we are getting started now. So, hello, everyone. My name is Jay, and I am your facilitator tonight for the IACAC Virtual College Fair. So, welcome. We are so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a few housekeeping items that we have for you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen at any time to type your questions, and it will go directly to the presenters at any time. Do not worry, your phone or your microphone and your video are off, so the panelists and myself cannot see you. You are all good there. There are many other sessions that are happening, so if you don't get all the information that you need, there are tons of other sessions to sign up for that we have. And just know that this is being recorded so that you are all good, and in about a week, you can go to the same place where you registered to see this recording and get all the information that you need again if you've missed anything. Right now, I am going to stop my video and pass it on over to our first presenter here with Full Sail University.
Thank you, Jay.
Absolutely.
Hello, everybody. What's up? My name is Emily Miller. Like you said, I'm from Full Sail University. So get my screen shared, ready to go. I'm excited to tell you about our school this evening. So if anybody has not heard of Full Sail before, we are an entertainment, media, art, and technology school. We are located in Winter Park, Florida, which is just outside of Orlando. We're about 30 minutes from Universal and Disney and other theme parks. So we're really in a nice area to be. Lots of entertainment going on, lots of things happening. I am going to start by showing you a quick little video. It'll introduce some of the more distinct parts of our programs, as well as which programs we actually offer. So I'll show this, and then we'll get into a little bit more. So in that video, you saw that it said, if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. That's what we are all about at Full Sail. We're a school about pursuing creative dreams. And maybe you are somebody that wants to be a recording artist, or maybe you want to be a journalist, or maybe you want to work on the newest piece of emerging technology, virtual reality, AI, something like that. Maybe you want to be a filmmaker or an animator or even create video games. This is a place where you could do any of that. So we'll get into our program structure in just a minute, but just know that these are the halos, we call them, the categories of degree that you could take at Full Sail. On our campus right now, we are open. We have put into place a lot of innovative COVID-19 policies. And I know the slide's a little loud, so sorry if you can't hear me too well over it. I'm just going to skip past it because I do want you to be able to hear me. But we have been able to put into place a lot of different ways for our students to study either on campus and online during the pandemic. And just know that were you to start at Full Sail, if you ever didn't feel comfortable being on campus, you can always change your program to online. They work pretty seamlessly together. Throughout the years since 1979 when we opened, we've had 79,000 graduates come through Full Sail, and a lot of them have gone on to work on some pretty cool projects. This past year, we had several credited at the Academy Awards. Just a few weeks ago, we had 57 that were credited at the Grammy Awards. And back in December, we had 271 of our graduates accredited at the Game Awards, and they worked on projects such as The Last of Us 2, which ended up being the game of the year. So a few things that set Full Sail apart and make us different. The first thing is that Full Sail does have an accelerated program structure. So instead of taking 4 years to complete a degree at Full Sail, it takes 20 months to complete a bachelor's degree on our campus. If you were to complete a program online, it would take 29 months, but either way, right around 2 years. We also have a rolling admissions. We actually start a new class of students every single month throughout the year, whether you're a campus or online student. So whenever you're ready to start, we're ready to have you. We also have a very hands-on project-based curriculum. We know that if you're going to be successful as a filmmaker or a game creator or anything like that, you have to actually make those things. You have to practice rather than just read a textbook. So that's the style of our education. That's how we do things on our campus and online. And we also want to make sure that every student is prepared. So we provide them with all the hardware, software, and technology they need for success. Every student receives a laptop, either a MacBook Pro or some sort of PC. Right now we have the MSI GE Raider laptop. And then again, any hardware and software that they would need to be successful creating in their program. On our campus, we also have a lot of activities, games, clubs, organizations that you could join in for. One that I want to highlight is our Armada Esports League. If you're somebody that's into esports or gaming, this could be for you. We are competing in several different teams. Right now, we're competing in 10 games, including Fortnite, Rocket League, Smite, Rainbow Six Siege, and Super Smash Brothers. And students compete with other universities and internationally at times. And we have these competitions at our Fortress. This is our esports arena on campus. And right now, it is the largest collegiate esports arena in the United States. So we're always very excited about that. If you are somebody that's interested in an entertainment style degree and you have a creative dream that you would like to achieve, we definitely would love to help you get there. So some ways to get started: we do have a rolling admissions. You can apply throughout the year. We do not require a minimum GPA score. We also don't require the SAT or ACT. Reason being is that a lot of these programs are based on hands-on learning and creativity, and you can't really measure that with tests. You can, however, take a virtual tour of our campus. This is the best way to learn more about who we are and how you would fit in. Highly recommend checking out our scholarship guide and seeing what's available. We are right now offering a Creative Mind scholarship of up to $25,000 for high school seniors. You can see the requirements here. You can check that out on our website in our scholarship guide. And this one does require an essay. But if you are a senior, you're interested in applying at all, definitely check out our scholarships. And then the last thing here is just that you can connect with us. There are a lot of ways. I recommend social media and reaching out to our admissions team. Schedule an admissions interview, talk to them, figure out which programs might work well for you. But that is it. If you have any questions, you can email me at elmiller@fullsail.com. And I just want to thank you all for being here tonight. And Jay, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Emily. We appreciate you and Full Sail. Now I'm going to ask, now I'm going to ask for Washington and Jefferson College to come on back on camera here and share your screen. Take it on away.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us again. Like I said, my name's Thomas. I'm one of the senior assistant directors of admissions. So if you do have any questions, of course, you can always reach out to us at any point. I'll go ahead and share my screen and we will go ahead and get started. So y'all should see the Washington and Jefferson College. Our building that you see right here is Old Main. So we'll kind of just dive in and jump in real quick. So Washington and Jefferson College is a small liberal arts college. We're located in Washington, PA and Washington County. We're actually about 35 minutes south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right across from Allegheny County. So you can see here, we're located right in the central part of Washington, and our town is called Washington. It's the best of both worlds because it's not really a small town. It's not really a city either. It's the best. You get a little bit of in between, which I think is an amazing opportunity. And you can see here, we're very close to the city of Pittsburgh. Like I said, it's only about 35 minutes away from our campus. And you can see here, we're close to a lot of central hubs. We're close to DC, we're close to Chicago, New York City, we're close to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Raleigh, which is about six and a half hours each too. So you can see this is the overview of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and you can see we're a city of bridges. We have lots of bridges here at Pittsburgh, and the trolley that you see up there actually has a really nice overview, a hilltop that shows you the great view of our city as well. This is just the layout of all that we have to offer in Pittsburgh. We have a number of students that take advantage of internships and research opportunities while they're here at Washington and Jefferson College. And a lot of our students find employment at any of these companies as well. So a lot of our students love being in the city of Pittsburgh, and it's one of the top cities for young people to be in. So just a brief history of Washington and Jefferson College. We were founded in 1781. There were two separate colleges, Washington College and Jefferson College. During the Civil War, we had two colleges, of course, that were concerned with enrollment at both times, just with enlisting in the Civil War. So each college decided to do a fundraiser, and whoever raised the most money would have that other college join with theirs. So of course, Washington College won, and so Jefferson College joined with Washington College to become Washington and Jefferson College. So this is just a little bit about our academics. About 74% of our classes have less than 20 students. Our average classroom size, give or take, is about 15 to 16 students. So we do relatively stay small. And of course, you can get smaller based off of the major that you select from as well. This is just a little bit about our majors and minors. We have 32 majors and 34 minors. We're mostly well recognized for our health and law programs. So a lot of our students do graduate to become doctors or lawyers and also finish medical or law school as well. Other than those programs, psychology is another popular program that we have, and some of our business programs as well. And you can see here, we do have a 3-2 engineering program. Of course, I talked about the health and law programs, which also do have over a 90% acceptance rate into each of those programs as well. And we do offer ROTC as well. This is our Magellan project. That's a really unique item that W&J offers, where students can actually plan and conduct their own research. And if W&J approves of the student's trip based off of their interest, their major or minor, they will actually cover a majority of that cost as well. So you can see here, a lot of our students have been able to travel and do their own research. They can travel outside the country, but of course you can see here, we've had students that have rehabilitated racehorses in Kentucky during the Kentucky Derby. So there are opportunities inside of the states as well. And of course, you can see here, we do have a lot of study abroad opportunities that our students can take advantage of. We have nearly 39 study abroad opportunities, and we do have J-term, which is abbreviated travel that students can do. Usually it's about 10 to 14 days as well. But just over 40% of our students travel, so a lot of our students will take advantage of that. We do have over 70 active clubs and organizations here on campus, so a lot of our students really enjoy taking advantage of the clubs and opportunities. We do have intramural sports as well. We are a Division III program with 26 athletic teams that we offer. Finally, these are some of the counseling opportunities that we offer for students that maybe are looking to get a career, internship, research opportunity. And we have a support team for tutoring and anyone that may need counseling as well. These are some of our outcomes from our students. You can see 98% or 97% of our students from our last graduating class were full-time employed or were in graduate school or continuing their education within 6 months. That's very high. You won't see that anywhere else in any other, a lot of other colleges. And you can see I mentioned about the 90% acceptance rate into our health and law programs. And we've had this continuing success rate over the course of the last couple of years now, so we're very excited about it. This is just some information about our application. It is free, and we are also a test optional school. We don't require any letters of recommendation or essay or anything like that. So it's a pretty simple process to go through. Once we receive your application and transcripts, we'll send you a decision within 2 weeks. If you are admitted in W&J, you will receive a merit scholarship a week later. These are some of the deadlines that we do have. So if you are looking to get a decision and wanting to get the decision and commit early, these are some of the deadlines you want to keep in mind. And then this is our scholarship tier list. One of the last items I wanted to talk about, and you can see we have merit scholarships that range between $23,000 and $34,000 per year. If you do apply test optional, these test scores do not weigh into your merit scholarship factor. So I always encourage students to apply test optional because sometimes you do really well academically, but some students aren't good test takers. So this is to your advantage. So definitely be sure to submit an application if you are interested and get a decision to you within 2 weeks. That's what I have. I appreciate your all's time today. If you do have any other questions, like I said, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you in any way I can. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Thomas. Really appreciate that here. We are going to move on right to our next facilitator here with Ferris State University. So go ahead and take it away, Deb.
Thank you very much. It's very good to be here. Hopefully my screen is now shared. I'm Deb from Ferris State University. I want to thank you all for being here and taking the time to come and listen to what we all have to say. Ferris State University is a 4-year public university, and we are located about 3.5 hours away from Chicago in rural Big Rapids, Michigan. One thing that is really important to Ferris is that we have always maintained.
Hey, Deb, we don't see your slides actually.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, we don't see your screen.
Well, let's try that again then. There.
Perfect.
I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, so one thing that's really important at Ferris is we believe strongly in diversity and we believe in hands-on learning. And these are two things that we've believed on since the founder created the school. He was very adamant that the best way to learn is by doing. And so we continue to do that. About 70% of our students do some sort of internship. And if it's not required for your major, we still will help you to get an internship. A lot of our students are offered jobs directly from those internships. As you can see on my slide, that this is the first graduating class. We were founded in 1884, and the very first graduating class had several women in it, which was unusual in 1884. So our founder was very forward thinking enough that he made it impossible for us to take his name out of the university name. So we will always have Ferris in our name, which is pretty awesome for him. We are a medium-sized school. We have about 11,000 students, about 8,000 are on campus. We have students from 44 different states and 39 countries. We do have a large portion of our students coming from Michigan though. Our student to teacher ratio is 16:1, and our average GPA at the school is about 3.33. About a quarter of our class are first generation students, and so we do have extra support for those students as well. Okay, what we require to be a Bulldog is a 2.5 minimum GPA, a 17 ACT or a 900 SAT. We are test optional, and we do have merit scholarships for no matter how you come into the school. We have over 190 different degree granting programs from associates to doctoral degrees. We do have very eclectic programs. Some of the programs are listed on your screen. You'll see a lot of them. We've got everything from HVAC and welding. We've got criminal justice, nursing, education, plastics, pre-med, psychology, professional golf and tennis management, pharmacy and optometry, just to name a few. And we're always developing new programs as well. Our two major doctoral programs are the pharmacy and optometry. As far as supporting our students once you come to campus, we have the education and career counseling. We have a tutoring center, the LGBTQ+ center, the multicultural student service center, disability service, academic literacies, and structured learning assistance, just to name a few again. We do have housing on campus, and you're welcome to stay on campus all 4 years. You're only required that first year though. We have live learn communities for you to get involved in. The major ones are Honors, The Deal, LGBTQ+ Liberation House, and SOAR. Most of those include some sort of scholarship. They are community focused, and you have enhanced academic opportunities when you get into these programs. They're not required, but are available, and they offer you the ability to hone your leadership skills, which is something that you don't often get a chance to do. We do have over 220 different registered student organizations, or RSOs. I do encourage you to get involved on campus because it'll help you to make campus your home and to have a voice on campus, which is what we want. We do have many study abroad opportunities. If we don't have a program that goes to the country you'd like to go to, we do partner with other universities. And so we can get you to pretty much anywhere you want to go. We do have 10-day programs, semester long, summer long, year long, depending on the program that you want to do. So there's quite a bit available to you. Another thing I want to mention is the Music for Life. We don't have any music majors, but if you are, if you play an instrument or if you sing, we do have 5 different musical groups that you can be in, and there is a stipend involved in each one of those. So you can keep being part of the musical community, which is nice. We are Division II for all of our sports except hockey, which is Division I. The sports we have are listed here. And then we do have, for those of you who don't want to play on a varsity team, we have club sports and intramural sports as well. So you have lots of opportunities to get involved on campus with sports. As far as the cost to attend, it's about $13,000 per year for tuition and fees. That's based on 14 credit hours. Room and board is about another 10,000. And so you're looking at about 25,000 a year. We do not charge higher tuition for out-of-state students. So if you're living out of the state of Michigan, you'll pay the same as a Michigan resident, which is a huge benefit. 82% of our students receive some sort of federal financial aid. And we do have, like I said, the merit scholarships that are available. These are the scholarships coming in. These are based on GPA and SAT. We also have some that are based just on GPA, and we are test optional. We do not have any kind of deadlines because we're on rolling admissions, and our application is online and always free. Thank you so much for your time tonight, and I hope you have a great evening.
Thanks, Deb. I really appreciate that information here. We are halfway through now, and it looks like I'm going to be handing it on over to University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy. Go ahead and take it away, Jordan.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. All right, so welcome everybody. Again, my name is Jordan and I am one of the admission counselors for the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy. A little bit of a mouthful, so we call ourselves UHSP and we are located in St. Louis, Missouri. So we are a smaller school. We have a little over 1,000 students, but even though we are small, we are represented by lots of states and countries, so 28 different states and 22 different countries. So we have students from all over. And our student to faculty ratio is about 10 students to 1 professor. Our introductory courses are going to be about 30 to 40 students in a class, but once you get in your higher level courses, they will be on the smaller side, and all of our labs are capped off at 25. As our name suggests, we pretty much do all programs that are related to healthcare and or medicine. So with that, we do have 6 different undergraduate majors, 3 different pharmacy pathways, 2 grad options, and then 4 what I call plus programs. One of the coolest things or best things about our school is where we're located. So we are within Washington University's medical campus, which WashU, their med school has been ranked 6th best med school in the United States. So pretty awesome to be kind of surrounded by a very important medical institution when you are, coming to school in order to do healthcare or medicine in some way. So this is just a quick map to kind of show you where we're located and how our buildings are within the medical campus. So our buildings are 1 through 5. The first building is the academic and research building, which is home to more of the pharmacy side of our academics. The second building is the Recreation and Student Center, and that sounds like what it is. It's home to all of student affairs, student services, the cafeteria, the underclassmen's resident halls. The third building is the South Resident Halls for our upperclassmen. Number 4 is Jones, which is home to our undergrad classes and labs. And then the 5th building is a Chick-fil-A and Starbucks, which of course is great in its own reason. But then this number 6 back here and all of these buildings along the way are part of Washington University's medical school. We also have Barnes Jewish Hospital, which is a highly ranked hospital, as well as St. Louis Children's Hospital and Siteman Cancer Center. So great place to be whenever you're trying to pursue healthcare and medicine. Healthcare is a great career path to go into because by 2029, there's supposed to be about 2.4 million new job opportunities within it. And these different bullets are pretty much just kind of the tip of the iceberg of careers that you can do that our degrees will prepare you for. So this is our College of Arts and Sciences, so home to our undergraduate degrees. So you can see Global Health and Medical Humanities are undergraduate Bachelor of Arts degrees, and then Biomedical Science, Nursing, Pharmaceutical Chemistry, and Pharmaceutical Sciences are our Bachelors of Science degrees. And a lot of them really do cover a lot of those careers that were on the previous slide. We also have St. Louis College of Pharmacy, which is specifically a path for your doctorate. We have a 6-year program or a 7-year program, depending on what you are wanting to do. And I can go into so much more depth on this. If you are interested, just send me something in the chat box and I'm happy to elaborate. We also have all of these different grad studies and advanced opportunities. So 2 different master's programs. We also have a dental medicine program, as well as an occupational therapy and physical therapy program that is in partnership with Washington University's med school. Obviously, academics are important, but you also have to love the school that you're at. So we do have athletics. We're in IA Division I, so there are athletic scholarships available if that's something you're interested in. We also have close to 70 different student organizations. You can see just a couple of things there. It's very easy for students to create their own club. We also have a little over 10 different intramural club sports, and then we have a variety of performing arts as well. We also pretty much have any student service or student resource that you need for whether it be tutoring, peer mentoring, academic coaching, all of that, and we're really heavy in community service as well. All right, and then for application purposes, we do not have any fees. We are a holistic review process. So we don't have a minimum GPA and we are test optional. So what we look at is your core GPA, your cumulative GPA, honors classes, dual enrollment, AP, all of that good stuff. We will ask for recommendation letters depending on what your GPA is. But that is pretty much the sense of the application purpose. And we do use what you apply to our school with for also awarding merit-based scholarships. If you are a current senior, March 1 is deadline for a regular decision. If you are a junior, then early decision and early action deadlines are December 1st. We also have some upcoming preview days and online information sessions that you guys can join to learn more, just a whole in-depth about what our school offers. And if you're interested in that, you can send me a thing in the Q&A and I'm happy to send links to those. So anything that you need, my email address is on there as well. You can feel free to reach out to me at any time. I am happy to help. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan. Appreciate that here. We are going to pass it on over to the University of Maryland now. Robert, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, well, good evening. Thank you everyone for getting through the crazy snow weather we have today to get in front of your computer and listen to myself talk a little bit more about the University of Maryland at College Park. My name is Robert Oliveri. I'm the Midwest Regional Recruitment Coordinator and the University of Maryland, and I'm going to screen share here for us. I don't want to forget that. Is located in College Park. It's that main Big Ten campus. So let me just pull this up for you all to be able to see. Perfect. So some of the things that I like to highlight to start is our distinctions. And some of the things that really stand out is that we're always top 20 for most innovative campus and top 20 for best value and best public university. And what that truly means is that when you walk foot on our campus, the innovation that you're going to have, the questions that you're going to be asked, the research that you're going to be able to do is like no other. And we'll talk a little bit about why. So here are some big stats and different points to highlight. Again, University of Maryland's a large university. We're that Big Ten campus. We're the flagship university in the state of Maryland. You're in the state of Illinois. And we have 30K plus undergraduate students, over 800 organizations and clubs. So when you think of that Big Ten campus, which I know we're all familiar with, that's what you're going to get at Maryland, that large school feel. Now, a few things that have us stand out. One is we have 43.6% of students that recognized as students of color. So you're going to walk in the classroom and everyone's going to look a little bit different and have a little bit different of a background and things to say. And that really adds to the value that you're experiencing in your education and adds to that innovation that you're going to create with your classmates. Now, our location also stands out. So as you can see, Maryland's right there, and you can't see as much zoomed in, but Maryland is right outside of DC. DC is like a diamond, and we are in the northeast corridor of that diamond. So we are only 4 miles outside of Washington, DC. So if you're interested in the nation's capital, getting really hands-on with different government relation offices, or even FBI, CIA, NASA headquarters, then this is the place for you. And we'll talk about that more in a moment. So with DC being calling, like I said, we are going to be able to offer you Smithsonian suite of internships. You can see the cherry blossoms blooming, and that happens in May. So it's so beautiful. And the festival is phenomenal. Our students will intern in like events management in that realm. So really that out of the classroom experience that you're going to be able to have is truly unmatched at Maryland. Now, here are a list of our different schools and majors. So these are our schools. We have majors within them, but you can see all of our programs. Some of the ones that I want to highlight are our most competitive, which are listed here. You can see for a couple good reasons, right? Like a journalism, politics and government. We're so close to DC. Everyone comes to our university for those programs. And then we do align with our Big Ten partners as far as business, engineering, communication, chemistry, bio, things like that, being very, very strong programs. The one that stands out that a lot of students don't even realize is our criminal justice and criminology program. We have the #1 program in the nation. And that's because we're so close to FBI and CIA headquarters. Now with our university, like I talked about, lots of different things going on, a bunch of opportunities to be able to really be out, meet new people, have those experiences. And some of these special experiences also are outside the classroom, educationally based, right? So research, like I talked about before, we do cross-departmental research. So one of the things that we did was we were one of the first groups to ever do a organ donation via an unmanned aircraft. What that means is health sciences, computer sciences, engineering, we're all involved in making that possible. And that's the new wavelength of what they're going to do in the medical industry. So we're really excited to be kind of the forefront for that. And you can see on our website all kinds of details about different things that we're doing. For internships, excuse me here. For internships, 85% of our students have at least one internship, 55% go on for 2 or more. So it's very hands-on approach. You have lots of opportunities to get your hands in and involved. And then we have 22% that study abroad. So there's so many opportunities for you as a student to really be able to get out and go to other countries, do a semester, even year-long, or maybe a short research project abroad, and really be able to have that worldly experience. And then we do have living learning experiences, which 70% of our incoming class has, whether it's an honors college or a scholarly program or a research-based initiative. It really does add your in and out of the classroom environment. Now, diving over to the application process, ours is a holistic review. We are on the Coalition and Common app, and to make it truly holistic, I would take a picture of this screen because these are all the different things that we require, right? So letters of recommendation, test scores are test optional at this point, but that's kind of what you're looking at for that. And then those are our factors. Again, go ahead and do a quick screenshot there. Biggest thing to remember is November 1st is our deadline, and we hope to see you either on campus or at one of our virtual events.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert. Really appreciate that. We are going to hand it on over to, able to stop sharing?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Beautiful. All right, we are going to hand it on over to St. Xavier University. Go ahead and start sharing your screen and take it away for us.
All right, thank you all very much. And thank you all for coming to this presentation today. So I'm going to go ahead and try to maximize this real quick for you. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll just kind of leave it on here real quick just so that we won't be spending a whole lot more time than we need to. So my name is Giselle Lopez, and I am one of the freshman admission counselors here at the University of St. Xavier University, which is located in Chicago, Illinois. It's actually located in the south suburbs of Chicago. So we do kind of have the opportunity to be within the suburban area of Illinois, as well as taking advantage of the fact that we are very close to the city. So we do have, oh, here we go. There was a big present button and I didn't even see it. So we do have the opportunity for to be able to have that best of both worlds location where they can take advantage of the suburbs as well as the city itself. So we are a private four-year Catholic university that was founded in 1846 by the Sisters of Mercy. So we are affiliated with the Roman Catholic Church. We do accept all faiths and non-faiths to be able to attend. So just some quick fast facts about the university. We do have currently about 3,000 undergraduate students currently enrolled, 3.7 if you count the ones that are also studying for their masters. So it is a fairly small campus. It's about 74 acres as far as like the size of it. And there is a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio with an average class size of 23 students per class. So it is a very small and intimate learning environment. You will definitely be seeing a lot of very small class sizes akin to what you may have experienced already in your high school classrooms. Your professors do get to know you very well, and they get to know your work ethic. They will know you by name. There is no escaping that type of relationship that you can build with your peers and with your professors. We do have 61 undergraduate programs currently within 3 separate colleges. So I'll definitely be touching on those a little bit. So one of our colleges, the first one is the College of Arts and Sciences. This is our biggest college. It has over 45 of our 61 undergraduate programs, including our pre-professional tracks. This does include pre-health, pre-law, pre-med, etc. if you wanted to specialize in certain fields. And those are just some examples of what you might find that are listed, but by no means is that the only majors that we have within the College of Arts and Sciences. This, once again, has over 45 of our degrees listed. We also do have 4+1 tracks in certain majors, which allows for students to have an accelerated process to get their master's degree in a shorter amount of time than if they weren't able to get that 4+1. The Graham School of Management is our business school, so we do have 5 concentrations for our students to be able to choose from. This will include, of course, accounting, finance, hospitality management, and digital marketing. That 4+1 is available for accounting students. So with this Graham School of Management, we have actually earned the IACAC accreditation. So we've joined the top 5% of business schools in the world because of this accreditation. And SXU has also been recognized by US News and World Report as one of the best undergraduate business programs as well. And last but certainly not least, we do have our School of Nursing and Health Sciences. So our School of Nursing is a direct admit nursing program. So it is a very streamlined process for our nursing applicants to just go right into nursing classes and straight into clinicals. We are the first collegiate nursing program in Illinois, and we were designated the Center of Excellence for 4 consecutive terms by the National League of Nursing. This does also include our health science program. So communication sciences and disorders is for students that are interested in speech pathology. And we do have a London speech clinic on campus for students that are interested in doing practicum there at the clinic. And graduate students would actually have the opportunity to have their own clients within the London speech clinic as well. So getting involved on campus, it is definitely one of those biggest pieces of advice that I would offer for sure to any incoming student. We do have over 40 student organizations that are student-led and student-driven, and they range from anything from academics to cultural to special interest, to social movement, to government. So there are many different types of organizations allowed on campus. There is also an honors program that if a student is admitted to the university and they've met certain credentials, they can definitely be invited to apply to the program. Just make sure that they're a good fit. We do offer different study abroad options. For example, the honors program takes them to Oxford for a 5-week-long program in May. And there are certain programs that may have certain elective trips, such as the Graham School has gone to China. But basically, you can work with our academic affairs office to ensure that maybe if there's a program that you wanted to take advantage of or a country that you wanted to go to, they can assist you in finding opportunities such as that and securing them. Additionally, we are affiliated with NAIA, and we have 19 varsity sports, men, women's, and co-ed, for student athletes to be able to participate collegiately in our sports and also possibly attain an athletic scholarship. So for tuition and fees, currently full-time students tuition is about $35,070 per year. Nursing is a little bit higher because of added lab fees. This is about $36,750. So of course, full-time is defined as students that are taking 12 to 18 credit hours. So you just have to make sure that you're within that zone to be able to be charged the full-time tuition. If you are planning on rooming and boarding, there is an additional cost. We do have 5 resident halls on campus, and the cost is $11,640 additional with the standard meal plan included in that amount. But of course, there are ways to lower down that sticker price. So every student that gets admitted, 100% of our admitted students from last year received a merit scholarship. They range from $14,000 to $21,000 per year, and this is based off of the student's academic credentials from high school. Major does not play a factor in the merit scholarship that they receive. So it is going to be based off their GPA, class rank. It was also at one point based off of their test score. So this might be changed in the next coming year as well. They are also renewable. If you come from a Catholic high school, it's an additional $1,000. And there are also talent-based scholarships as well. So FAFSA definitely will not get into that at all, but definitely there are talent-based scholarships that students can take advantage of. And the application process is very simple. They just submit the online application. There is no deadline and no fee. Their transcript, there is no test required for this year. And that's basically it. That's basically all we require for students to be able to apply to St. Xavier. So if you have any questions at all, we'll drop in our contact information in the chat box, and you guys are more than welcome to schedule a Zoom appointment, phone appointment, and our campus is open for visits as well.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that here. Now I am going to invite all of our panelists to come on back onto video, and I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to share and ask a couple questions for our panelists to answer for everybody here. So the first question I have, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And if you could answer in the order of our presentation today, that would be great. So
Great.
full
So I'll
sail.
jump in first, I guess.
Yes, thank you.
So my biggest advice for somebody going through the college search process would be to go and visit schools. I know that right now things are a little bit crazy with COVID. A lot of schools are opening up, which is great, but you really don't know a school until you've seen it in person. So as many schools as you can, try to get to the campus, take a trip, enjoy it with your family, and just see what the school has to offer.
Perfect, awesome. And Washington Jefferson College, what about you?
I would agree with the same thing. I oversee visits on campus as well, so I'm pretty biased, I guess, but we are allowing visitors on campus too, following, of course, our safety and COVID protocols based off of the state. But I would encourage to just let the students know that you have so much time to make your college decision. I think so many students rush to the conclusion like, oh my gosh, I have to make my decision like 4 months before the national deposit deadline. And for a small school like W&J, know that you have plenty of time. You know, the national deposit deadline's on May 1st. So take your time, you know, really come with a thorough decision, and you know that you have plenty of time. Don't stress out.
Beautiful, thank you. Ferris?
That's all great advice. I would add to that. I've had a lot of parents tell me that they have a hard time comparing colleges, and it's like comparing apples to oranges, and that's very true. So the one thing that could help is decide on the 3 or 4 things that are really important to you, whether it be distance from home, cost, large size, medium size, but decide on what's important, most important to you, and then create a spreadsheet so you can compare them all equally. It's a good idea to add in cost and fees with that as well, so that you don't get, confused about whether the fees are included or not, and etc.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. And University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy?
Yeah, I think pretty much everything that was already said. I think the only thing that I would add is maybe like, I think a lot of students don't really know what questions to ask. And I think it's okay to like just Google the very generic questions and kind of just really ask as many questions as you possibly can, whether you think that they're small or important or not, because it's really just about finding, what's right for you. And you can't do that unless you ask questions. So
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. What about University of Maryland?
Yeah, I definitely kind of adding to that, but expanding it a little bit more is doing your research and doing your research on these universities, finding out different information, but also find out what you're passionate about and look at our faculty. Do they have similar things that they're researching? Are current students doing that? Do faculty have specific specialties that you're interested in that they highlight or that their thesis is in? And that's really going to draw you to that connection. And you can start talking to them before you come. Faculty loves talking to students.
Awesome. And then finally, St. Xavier, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I basically agree with everything that was already mentioned beforehand. I would definitely say that, you know, don't be afraid to ask questions, because there are plenty of students that that once they do know the questions that they need to ask, they're afraid to ask them. I find that it's a little bit of sometimes for some students it can be very daunting to figure out, like, what does financial aid mean? How can I best explain this to my parents? Something as even simple as, can I come to campus for a tour? Do not be afraid. We are definitely 100% here to help you. And many times admission counselors know a lot more than just how to get into the university. They know about like the process of financial aid and how to best get you to the place where you need to be. So don't be afraid to ask your admission counselor, because, you know, sometimes we're going to be the first face that you see. So, you know, connect with us as much as you possibly can.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you again to all of our panelists. Thank you to all of you out there who joined in. We definitely appreciate it. When you close the window, there is going to be a link with a very short 4-question survey. We would love your feedback and really appreciate it. Also, again, this is just one of many sessions, so please feel free to sign up for more sessions and learn about more of the schools that you can really elevate yourself with. And again, in about 1 week, we will have this recorded for your availability to view. Have a great day.